Is your iPhone really safe from government hacking? Are your text messages truly secure from government hacking? If you left your phone on the table there and for some reason the government snapped it up, would they be able to immediately get in your phone? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, and as a former CIA officer, I'm going to tell you the inside story and the truth. I'm going to tell you this because it was on my mind since a subscriber recently asked me this question about their iPhone being secure. And yes, the iPhone is the most secure thing in the world. Apple doesn't give any backdoor access to law enforcement. Don't you remember several years ago how they wouldn't give the FBI in? And when this subscriber told me this, I just chuckled. So here's the truth, the full truth and nothing but the truth. Several years ago, as this subscriber brought up, if you remember, there was, I can't remember if it was the terrorist shooting in California somewhere, right? And so I believe this guy got killed by law enforcement. His iPhone was left behind and it was locked. The FBI was trying to get in and Apple said, no, we're not going to give you the back door. Apple said, we have no back doors for this. So it was all over the news. It was, every news organization all over the media was talking about it. It's wonderful that Apple doesn't have a back door, isn't giving the FBI, or hey, the FBI should be given access. This guy's a terrorist. Right? The whole time I'm watching this, and again, the news media was blowing this thing up. The whole time I'm watching, it was like, bravo. Like, what theater and what a brilliant media op, for lack of a better word. Because guess what? The whole thing was an entire sham. The whole thing by the U.S. government saying, oh, we can't get in. We can't get in, Apple. Please let us get in. And the news media blowing it up for them. It was a brilliant sham, and the vast majority of Americans bought it. So why in the world was it a sham? Well, let me give you an example. Let's say this. Let's say you have a computer in your house, right? And your kid's on it and you want to monitor your kid, right? You want to make sure he's doing the right thing. Well, you have the password and your kid knows it and you go on and there's nothing there because your kid knows you can get on. But let's say the kid changed it one day and you're like, hey, give me the password. And he's like, no, I'm old enough or whatever. And you're able to still get in there because maybe you installed things, whatever. I'm not going to judge you as a parent, whatever you want to do and monitor your kids. But your kid doesn't think you have the password, but yet you really do. So now you can actually go see what your kid's doing because he thinks mom and dad can't get on there. So after your kid's been on his computer for a few hours every day at school or whatever after school, you can go to that computer, you can log in and you can see what they're truly browsing because they don't think you can get on. And that is exactly what the U.S. government did and continues to do with these terrorists back in the day by publicizing the whole thing of Apple, please let us in. Please let us unlock the phone. Because guess what happens when the FBI says, oh, we can't get in, we need your help. All the terrorists, all the bad guys think, yes, Apple is secure. So we're going to keep text messaging all the bad plans we're going to be doing. And what does the U.S. government do? Since they can actually get in, they get to read all those text messages. They get to gather more intelligence because stupid terrorists don't think the government can actually do it because the news media said that the FBI can't get in. So if the news media said it, it has to be true. So please remember, your iPhone, your text messages, FaceTime, whatever it is, your phone calls, they can all be easily hacked by the U.S. government. If you think your text messages are secure, no, they're not. If you think your phone calls are secure, no, they're not. The government can read it all anytime they want very easily. So just please remember that. So how do you communicate? Well, low-tech communication. Low-tech comms are the best way to truly get sensitive information across. I have some clients, consulting clients, which are highly sensitive, and we use these low-tech methods. You better believe we're not putting things in email, we're not putting things on phone calls or any of that, because we know the government can read it. So please, if you're doing highly sensitive stuff, use low-tech ways, which I'll do another video on that soon enough. And don't believe the news media when they say, yes, the FBI can't get into Apple, and don't be cheering because it's a sham. They want you to think that so that they are in and they can continue to read everybody's messages. Hopefully you learned a thing or two, even though I'm sure you're smart enough to already realize fake news and, not trusting the government, what they say. Remember, if the government really says something like, hey, inflation's not bad at all, it's pretty much the exact opposite. Kind of like they name their bills the Inflation Reduction Act, which really is the we're going to add gazillion dollars to the debt and drive up inflation. So be careful, protect your comms, and God bless you, God bless your family, and please subscribe.